Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. Anger is spilling into the streets of Whitehorse today as people protest a court decision in the Seth Boss case. The ruling was delivered last week. It sparked outrage across the Yukon, particularly among the family and friends of Anthony Promosic. The CBC's Virginie Ann reports.
109, 110, 111.
111 drum beats to mark what the Yukon Supreme Court heard during the trial, that Anthony Promosic was stabbed 111 times in March 2022.
111 is intent.
Promosic's sister says now the injustice goes beyond her brother's death. It also lies within the verdict. Last week, a judge found the accused, Seth Boss, not guilty of second-degree murder.
This verdict of not guilty on second-degree murder is just re-traumatizing. From the very first day that we found out that Anthony was murdered to this present day, it feels the exact same. Like the heart ripped out of your body and you just want to, lose your mind and you have a lot of anger towards the court system and the person who did it. So it's been very, very hard.
Boss was instead convicted last week of manslaughter, a lesser charge. That decision is what people from all across the territory were protesting on Tuesday. During the trial, Boss' defense was that he was too intoxicated to know what he was doing. Promosic's family is now calling upon the Yukon Supreme Court to give Boss a life sentence.
We want them to consider that people who are intoxicated should be held just as accountable as somebody who is completely 100% sober. If you can get drunk and, cause 111 sharp force wounds to their body and you get acquitted of second-degree murder because you were drunk, that's not a message that we want to send to the Yukon. We don't want the Yukon to believe that all you have to do is be drunk to get away with murder.
Underlying the protest was a wider theme of frustration with the Yukon's justice system. As people chanted, demanding the system to protect the victims, stories of other families hurting from similar convictions were heard.
And he pled guilty to manslaughter, and he was sentenced to 24 months plus time served.
Promosic's auntie says the justice system seems to be more lenient than other jurisdictions.
I don't know what it is that we need to do, but we can't allow this to continue to happen here in the Yukon. We need to be able to have people feel safe here in the Yukon.
Boss will be sentenced for manslaughter in the coming months. Virginie Ann, CBC News, Whitehorse.
There's a growing push in Nauyat Nunavut to stop a major mining project as hunters raise concerns about impacts on the land and their community. They're calling for Baffinland's proposed railway and port at Steensby Inlet to be halted, saying they were never properly consulted. New research is also adding to those concerns, suggesting potential effects on local residents. Samuel Watt reports.
I'm scared because my great-grandchildren won't hunt in that area.
John Altanashlu says most Nauyat residents didn't think the Steensby Railway and Port project would affect them, but the chair of the Arvik HCO says more recent research has changed that. Baffinland wants to build a railway from its Mary River mine south to a proposed port at Steensby Inlet. That would be 525 kilometres away from Nauyat. But Altanashlu worries it could bisect caribou migration routes and push hunters towards the hamlet, and research shows narwhals are prone to ship noises.
When that train rail is done, that ship will go in and out for 200 ships a year.
So Arvik HCO is asking the federal government to reconsider the project. It says it wasn't consulted. It's also called on an environmental law firm for assistance.
They are a group that is directly impacted by this proposed project, and so you can't consult some people and call it complete.
The federal government says a response to the request is imminent. Meanwhile, Baffinland says Arvik HCO never participated in public hearings, but some of the concerns have been addressed through recent consultations. Altanashlu could not say why representatives weren't at those hearings. Baffinland still has some outstanding permits for the project. It has one to build the railway line, but it still needs more than a dozen others. They're needed for works near fish habitat and to build bridges and parts of the port. Gumbels and Claassen says the HCO will continue talks with the feds until they're satisfied.
If that doesn't result in any tangible changes or action, then it really becomes relatively meaningless.
And they're not ruling out legal action. Samuel Watt, CBC News, Yellowknife.
Today is the National Day of Mourning for workers who have been killed or injured on the job. In Iqaluit, community members gathered at the legislature to honor those lives lost. 3 workers died last year across the Northwest Territories and Nunavut, including a worker from Pond Inlet.
Each of us represents a piece of the fabric of Nunavut, so we all know how deeply every loss is felt. We recognize the individuals that make up our communities. We see them every day. We share our lives, our families, and our friendships with them.
The names of those workers are now recorded in the Day of Mourning book, a record that dates back to 1949.
This day is always hard. I'm just one of many people who have a very deep connection.
And further west, dozens gathered at Shipyards Park in Whitehorse to mark the National Day of Mourning. Organizers say 4 workers died on the job in the Yukon last year. More than 600 others were injured, with over half needing time off to recover. The event was organized by the Yukon Federation of Labor with support from the Workers' Safety Board. Speakers shared tributes and renewed calls for safer workplaces across the territory. In the NWT, the government says this year's wildfire season may start later than usual, but once it begins, conditions could make it a challenging season. Today, the GNWT's manager of wildfire operations said the above-average snowpack this year will likely delay the start of the season. But an ongoing drought means fires could burn deeper and hotter, making them harder to put out. Officials say rainfall in the coming weeks will be critical.
We may get into some fire season in the south, late May, early June. It's a matter of we get rain in between melt and the warm summer weather that comes. If we don't get that rain, we don't get that recovery in the ground, then our conditions will be dictated by the drought. And the same thing further north.
Curry says the territory has 35 fire crews in place, along with more than 100 specialists and support staff ready for the wildfire season. As you just heard, the territories are joining provinces across the territory as well in preparing for wildfire season. And a big part of that is finding recruits who can handle the back-breaking nature of the job. In British Columbia, one boot camp has attracted more than 2,000 hopefuls ready to compete for one of these highly coveted jobs. Shelley Joyce takes a closer look at what it takes to be on the front lines.
BC Wildfire's new recruit boot camps are sending up smoke just outside of Merritt, BC.
Hey guys, let's not stand around.
2,400 people applied for the opportunity to do this. Only 200 will make the final cut.
It was probably one of the hardest things I've done. I don't think I've pushed myself that mentally deep.
Hauling hundreds of pounds of hoses, pumps, and equipment up and down this hillside. Hand-digging fire guard, laying hoses, and initial attack firefighting make this outdoor class an education in endurance and teamwork, all simulating a typical day on the fire line.
I've never felt that kind of physical pain before, and I just didn't think I could do as much as I did, and so I was really proud of myself at the end, but it was one of the hardest things I've had to do.
Chandler Bashtold is an instructor with 5 years of experience.
You're doing it with some of your best friends and your good crew members and your good teammates. So in doing it together, you at the end of the day, the sense of accomplishment is just so rewarding for yourself.
Guys, we can blast this with Hanson.
It takes grit, tenacity, and stamina to stand out here. And many of these applicants say they have gumption that surprised even themselves.
Let's go, let's get moving. Come on.
Melanie Clayton hopes her leadership skills are noticed.
How deep I can dig and show my worth, and also how I can lead, because I'm in this crew supervisor position today, and just showing that I can bring together the team and we can work together.
Days on the fire line during an intense fire season are long and sometimes tedious. Bashtold says sometimes it's the little things, like digging a perfect fire guard that can halt a fire in its tracks.
You see here, if there's any sticks or anything crossing our guard, that fire is allowed to creep across and continue going. So this debris like this would have to not be there. It'll allow fire to cross our guard, so it has to be right down to the mineral soil.
He says that unit crews in the province can spend a full 14-day deployment just digging guard. Over the next 2 weeks, these firefighters will bond at this boot camp, but only the best will be chosen to battle BC fires this summer. Shelley Joyce, CBC News, Merritt, BC.
Snow may still cover the ground in Dawson City, Yukon, but summer is starting to take hold. Shops are reopening and the town is gearing up for another busy tourist season. Chris McIntyre has that story.
Dawson City is buzzing. Boards that once covered hotel windows have been taken down, and restaurant doors that were once locked are now wide open, letting fresh air into the historic buildings. It's the first sign that summer is right around the corner.
There's a lot of, buzz of activity. We've had a lot of people reaching out about booking. There's a lot of bookings happening.
Cunningham says ongoing trade conflicts and fuel prices don't seem to be putting a damper on people's plans to visit Dawson City and the Yukon. He says tourists have already started to wander through the town.
A lot of the tour groups that are coming up have been booked for a year at this point. And so you're slower to kind of see those big changes, I find, in a place like Dawson that's so far away, and you're not doing a last minute trip unless you're coming from next door. Most of these people have been planning this trip for such a long time that they're coming no matter what.
Ricardo Ramirez is renovating his Front Street location to accommodate the growth of his taco business. He says he's had to increase his prices, but he doesn't think that will impact his customer base.
I think prices go up even before the war. Prices were already going up, this year. Prices of meat are over the roof, and fuel, we saw the fuel this expensive before, so I don't think it'll be an issue. People already booked their holidays in the past, so we'll see. But I think I have high hopes, Hopefully people don't stall. Locals travel local, and the brave ones come all the way here if they can afford it.
Dawson resident Natasha Ayub says she's happy to see the town come alive again after what felt like a long winter.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a busy season. I feel like it got busier a little bit earlier this year, maybe with the anticipated mining rush. So, I'm looking forward to a busy season. It'll be good.
Summer doesn't officially kick off until June 21st, but here, you couldn't tell. Chris McIntyre, CBC News, Dawson City.
Inukshuk High School students are back in class in Iqaluit after more than 2 weeks of remote learning. That disruption came after asbestos was found in a damaged sewage line outside the school earlier this month. The Nunavut government says a temporary fix is now complete. Crews removed the damaged section and installed a new pipe. Officials say they're now working with the city of Iqaluit on a long-term solution to prevent it from happening again. That fix is expected to be in place later this summer. Hay River's library is about to close its doors, leaving a big question about what comes next for one of the town's most used community spaces. With time running out, local leaders say they're working to find a path forward, and fast. Jocelyn Chappelle reports.
On May 1st, the doors to the Hay River Library will be closed. The current oversight committee will dissolve on Thursday, and when that happens, layoffs will follow. Now the town is looking at how to build a new committee. At a town council meeting Monday, it was said that work is underway, and that at this point, the town is not looking to take over operations, which has been a desire of the committee for many years, and a factor in why they are leaving. Keith Dowie is Hay River's deputy mayor. He says that the town taking over is not an option they are in favor of, and that meetings are taking place with interested community members to fill the outgoing committee's shoes.
We see our role right now as ultimately just trying to facilitate that community, that grassroots community level board that is going to have to go and form a whole new society, essentially, and start kind of from square one. So we feel that our role right now is helping them get to that place.
Dowie says it comes down to a capacity issue, and that if the town takes over, they are worried they won't be able to provide the same level of service. Resident Harry Shepper attended the council meeting on Monday. He believes the town should take over the service.
You're seeing all the different community groups here have disappeared because, like was said in the meeting today, the seniors are a huge part of the population now. Well, they're getting burned out, and there needs to be some uptake from some of our younger members of the community to step up and do that sort of thing. And unfortunately, that type of volunteerism is not there.
The Library Oversight Committee operates on a volunteer basis and manages staffing and programming at the library with town funding, with the exception of the head librarian, which is funded by the NWT government. In a statement, the Department of Education, Culture and Employment confirmed that they will continue staffing that position for another year, but that they are looking to transition away from the responsibility. Jocelyn Chappelle, CBC News, Hay River.
Pauktutit is bringing global Indigenous rights closer to home, helping Nunavummiut better understand the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples. It's a framework that outlines the rights of Indigenous communities around the world. The CBC's Mahnor Mubarak reports.
Throat singing, drum dancing, and a country food feast mark the end of a week of Inuit justice held by Pauktutit. Part of the goal is to help Nunavummiut understand what exactly UNDRIP is. The 46-article document recognizes the basic human rights of Indigenous people worldwide. Amanda Savory is the Violence and Abuse Prevention and Justice Manager with the organization. She's also an organizer for the week, and she says that it's important for Inuit to have this knowledge.
Without understanding, it's difficult to advocate.
She says that it could help with promoting self-determination, equal access to opportunities, safe healthcare, and appropriate housing. And that comes from having the right resources designed to help Inuit. But the legal impact of UNDRIP isn't clear. In 2019, the BC government created legislation to support UNDRIP. At the time, BC's Indigenous Relations and Reconciliation Minister said the laws were aspirational, not to be enforced. But recently, 2 judges found differently, sparking calls to change the legislation or remove it altogether. Last week, the government backtracked, saying it will now work with First Nations to address the concerns. That's meant to happen before its fall sitting. Meanwhile, here in Nunavut, Pauktutit is trying to get feedback on their current and future resources to help people understand what UNDRIP is. Anishipa attended the events.
I enjoyed my time very much. They've really put in a wonderful plan for the future that we can all look forward to, and I want people listening to know that.
Pauktutit justice meetings wrapped up last week in Iqaluit. Mahnor Mubarak, CBC News, Iqaluit.
When we landed in Wati NWT last week, one of the first things we heard in the airport was Klichon. It's not uncommon in the community, but that doesn't mean it's safe from outside influence. Cecilia Judas is the language and culture teacher at the school in Wati. We spoke last week about her work and her hopes for the future of Klichon language. Why don't you start by introducing yourself and telling us what you do and where we are right now?
My name is Cecilia Judas, and I teach here at Alexis Maker School as a language and culture teacher.
Cecilia, would you like to introduce yourself in Klichon as well?
Yes. Sisi siye zunit lekon lata yati I tsugunawuke sikahato.
Merci. How long have you been teaching here, Cecilia?
I started in 2014.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
It's a long time.
Yes.
How many students do you think you've seen over that 10 plus years now?
Well, when I first started, we had like 35 students, and now we're down to 17.
Wow.
Yes, big difference.
So, I mean, one of the things that I first noticed when we went to Wati was how much Klichon was used. Like when we were in the airport, people were talking in Klichon. We can see it literally around us right now. Yeah. Tell me more about what you teach the kids how you teach it and kind of what you're hoping to pass along.
Well, I want to pass along all the language that I know, but like I've been teaching the students the morning prayer we do, and not only the morning prayer, but all the little phrases that we use during the day. It's not just me that's doing it. Like I have another colleague, like we both talk to each other about like what's gonna happen during the day, and we both talk to each other only in the language so that the kids hear it all the time. And I noticed like some kids would pick up some words here and there. Yeah.
That's pretty cool to see them picking up from what you guys are saying, because you're maybe not creating a fully immersive experience, because of course there would be English instruction, but trying as much as you can to be in Clichon so they're constantly hearing it.
Yes. We during the our like Clichon radio goes on, we leave it on the hallway so that the kids can always hear it.
Oh, that's clever.
Yes.
What does it mean to you to be able to teach Clichon to all of these kids in Wati and pass along your knowledge?
Why is it important to me? Because I want my kids to grow up learning my language, and I want them to teach their kids. And it's slowly going away, and I want to build it up. I've been working really hard to not make it like I want all the students to learn Clichon. My vision for the future was to see a little baby or a little toddler walking around speaking Clichon.
Oh, that's a lovely vision. Have you seen kids walking around speaking Clichon?
No, just phrases here and there. Yeah.
It's hard work to teach and keep all of that alive when there's so much outside influence.
There's a lot of them that are like, they understand the language. It's just the speaking part that they're having trouble with. So we try to keep staying in the language as much as we can.
Yeah, tell me about the overall health of the language, just from your perspective as a language teacher here in Wati.
Like for my age and like going down, I don't know. They speak, they understand, but they don't really speak it. Yeah. So hopefully I can help revive that.
What's your favorite part about being a Clichon language and culture teacher here?
The kids. Every day, like I look forward for them coming in. I make sure I'm here welcoming them in every day.
That's really sweet. And they must be so happy to have such a nice, familiar face that's so, patient and able to work with them.
Always here, yes.
Yeah.
I try to always be here so that they, like, if they notice if something is off, right? Kids, they notice the difference, and the atmospheres change if something is off.
That consistency is important.
Yes, that's what they need, because some probably don't have the consistency out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I wonder if you want to tell me in Clichon what your vision for the future is with Clichon language. And would you like to share a message in English or Clichon, your choice, or both, just to kids who are learning their language? What would you say to them?
To kids who are learning their language, there's no stupid questions, so they can ask anything and ask for a translation or how you say something. Like, it's always good to ask questions. And how do you say this, so that they can learn it and practice it, and just to keep on doing it. Don't give up. Some people laugh, but don't give up, because it's our language. We need to revive it, and we need to keep using it.
Merci. Thank you so much for chatting with me today. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm happy to be here.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. We leave you tonight with scenes from Cameron River near Yellowknife. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a good night.